everybody, and welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show, where the Aquarius go and the reptilians peoples go to be in the know. Right here on your Aquatic Morning Show. Good morning, Miss Dee Dee.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing this beautiful day?
It's a Tuesday. I
It's a
rolled out of
Tuesday.
bed at 9:30.
Yep,
It's
yep.
getting good I can probably sleep my hours that I love.
Aw,
I
good.
just like to sleep till 9.
Yeah,
I don't like getting up at 7:30.
yeah. It I like getting up at 8 if I don't have to shower or do anything like that. As long as I'm pretty much done, I like getting up at 8, which would be your 9. But
Well, for so many years of getting up at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, it's just so nice.
yeah,
Just so nice. I gotta
definitely.
pinch myself.
And
Oh
it
Lord.
is so hot here. Uh, like, so hot.
So
My
we've
air,
had relief at nights. It's cool.
oh my gosh. Like, it's not even cool at nights anymore.
Wow.
It's humid and hot and miserable. I feel like I live on the equator right now.
Are they gonna have to remark the globe now where the equator's gonna be?
Right? I think, because I mean, gee whiz, it's rough. But
Things are changing.
we still get a somewhat of a winter. Not as much of a winter as y'all do, or not as much as, and it depends. It depends on which way that jet stream is going to decide to go that year.
I would like for winter to be like 38 to 48.
And
Where
that's
can you
my
go
winter.
to live like that?
That is my winter. We rarely ever get below freezing, and rare occasion do we get like we had that one winter. But
But the summers need to be
the summers need to be,
85
yeah,
tops.
definitely. Yeah. Where is that place, you guys? Where is that place? Let us know. And not so freaking humid either. Not so
Well,
humid.
that's the big thing around here is the humidity.
Yes. Yep. See, I had these were curled, and then I ran to grab me a cappuccino, which I completely spilled, of course. And they were all curled and tight and pretty, and they're, well, I will run through and say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Big Foot Fish Tanks. Dennis, it's good to see you. Well, looky there, Bob Kaler. Kaler's Aquatics. He got up
Oh, so
early this morning.
early!
Got up early this morning. Rob's Aquarium Room, the Menno Aquarium Guy. Good morning, you guys. Miss Lady Warship, good morning. Let's see. Miss Dee Dee in chat. We have a new person.
I've been in there a lot this morning.
There's someone that I have never met before, Shane Dolly.
Hi, Shane.
Good morning to you, and welcome to the morning show. Rising Sun Aquatics. Good morning.
Hi, Sunny.
I like their icon. It reminds me of not Good Morning America. What was that other one? That other morning show. I think it was
On
local.
Sundays.
Yes, that
Um,
had that look, that sun light,
yeah.
but it was yellow. Yeah.
Be right back.
And then let's see, EJ. Good morning. Oh, chat jump. EJ. Let me go back up there. All right. Gina's Reef. Miss Gina, I am going to get that for you today, honey. I promise. I'm not trying to slow down. I'm not shipping this week anyway. It's too hot. When we're getting over 100, I'm not shipping. But I will get that for you today. Michelle E. And there's verily KC. Yellowstone Aquatics. Hey, good to see you too. Miss Lori Monster Fish Gal. Science Gal Aquatics. Carrie, it's good to see you. We don't get to see you as much anymore. Miss you. My Fish Tanks Aquatics. and Eduardo. Good morning. You're almost home. You're driving. Okay, well, be careful. Although I drive and do all sorts of stuff on my phone. But you're living proof of all. Wait, hold on. I've been looking for proof all my life, and here it is on the Aquatic Morning Show. Who knew?
Yep, we found Bigfoot.
We found Bigfoot. Who knew?
So you can come to the morning aquatic show to find out about almost anything.
Right? Hey, in what category would we put Bigfoot? Is it full mammal? Or maybe some...
Well, it appears to be mammal.
Appears to be full mammal.
Yeah, it appears to be. But we don't know if it has eggs.
I may be thinking of the other Gina. You're right.
It could be like a platypus.
That's right. Very much so.
We don't know. They haven't caught one yet.
Right.
And that's have to come here to come to find it.
That's right. And that's crazy to me because I would think that, I mean, of course, they're finding things every day, right? Every day they're finding new things.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something that big, I would have thought by now they'd have found it.
Well, you would think so. But Pam swears up and down that one ran out in front of her one night.
Yeah.
But she got scared when she saw it.
Yep. I heard that story.
Was it a bear? Was it a Bigfoot?
Right.
Was it a hairy man?
Right. Was it somebody pretending to be a Bigfoot?
Well, he was out in the middle of nowhere, so in a cold night. That'd be kind of stretching it a little bit.
That would be. Greg, good morning, Greg. Good to see you.
Oh, these people's in here. Good morning.
Right. Yes, it is on a Tuesday, a boring Tuesday.
Oh, there's Eduardo. I missed him.
Yeah.
I was on the phone. Sorry.
He's in the vehicle. He's on his way home. Said he'd be home in just a minute.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Eduardo's orchids again.
Well, I'm glad you changed that. It's the morning show. We don't need to see that.
Yeah. Yes. Kenny E, good morning.
We took enough for you ladies.
Yes, you're perfect.
Jess just mentioned she wanted to see Eduardo's organ again, and you pop up.
Orchids. Orchids.
Aren't gonna see no orchids with me, man. So how you two doing this morning?
Oh, better now.
Right? Needed a good laugh. Aquatics. Good morning, Miss Susie. Was listening to Miss Susie while I was getting ready this morning.
Oh gosh.
Rico Stan, good morning to you. That's right. And you guys, today is one of our favorite people. Everybody's our favorite people, right? But
everybody's
our favorite people. But Stephen P. 2003 Aquatics is his birthday. And also Jay Oliver, Guppies and Aquatics. Birthday today.
Well, happy birthday, gents. Now, did you two do the, I know they were wanting to do some videos or something for him, right?
I don't know. I don't know if anything was ever done about that or not.
Well, they came that I'm not musically talented, so I'm like, I think I'll have to catch them on the next one or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But in the morning show, we do give them a tribute song, even though it's not the best of happy birthday songs. Here, guys, is your happy birthday from the Aquatic Morning Show.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day. Don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year. So come come on and cheat. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Victoria Lee creates. Good morning to Cooling for Schooling. Did I say good morning to Michelle E? I don't remember. Good morning.
Well, I missed a little bit because I had to mute to answer a call.
Yeah. Brooklyn Bell made it in as well. Did you guys hear? Look, I'm even going to do this. Hold on. Wait, I got to do this because I don't get to do this very often.
Oh, what is the news?
Well, it was broke last night, but Grand Eater with the Garden of Eater are sending some shrimp to space, baby.
Nice.
They are sending some shrimp to space. Grant and they're going to try and come up on panel this morning and talk more about it. If they can't, then I'll talk more about it later on in the show. But yes, they are getting to send shrimp. I believe they go today. They sent them, I believe, the end of last week, and they got them Saturday, and I believe they're going up today. So it's part of a project they're doing. So, but I want him.
Who would have thunk it?
That's right. Who would have thunk it? My question is, how do you find out about projects like that? Like they're sending a whole bunch of stuff up there, right? So it's like, I think he said there was like 100 different things they were sending, but how do you? I don't ever run across stuff like that.
Well, they're trying to aren't they trying to figure out what will live in space? So if they wanted to colonize out there, that's the reason they're going through all this.
Yeah, it's a big, to my knowledge, it's a big, where they do the water plants. It's called
Hydroponics or whatever.
Hydroponics. Yes. And so they're trying to keep the plants and all of the things underwater clean and its own colony. And then, not that they can eat the shrimp, but I don't know. I guess they could put enough. If they had enough of them, they could get a flavor of shrimp.
Well, if these shrimp lived, then they probably figure the ones that you would use for eating would live. Is probably what they're thinking. So.
Maybe. He did say that they have to put them to sleep to go up there because it will make their reproductive organs not work.
Really?
Yep. So, and they had to have adults, which we all know, being fish or shrimp people, that most of the time when we ship shrimp and stuff like that, most of the time the juveniles do better, but they needed the adults to be able to put to sleep so that they could make sure that their reproductive organs were going to work when they got them up there. So apparently it's not the first time. Well, I don't know that it's the first time or not, but they do these pre-projects at the place. Look, there they are. They came up to talk about it. I'm so glad because I was stumbling. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Now, tell us about them shrimp going to space.
All right. So today is the day. we were approached by, or we weren't approached. A Polish company made a post online asking for shrimp to be sent up on a rocket.
Hang on, we've got something going on in the background,
Is there a TV on?
like a computer.
That might be me, Jess. Sorry about that.
I can't understand what it's saying, but I hear something.
Forgot I had it on.
That's okay. All right. Now,
So they made a post asking for shrimp in the Arizona area. I said I'm not in the Arizona area, but I have no issue shipping out. My biggest issue was shipping with the holiday. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it there because they needed them delivered yesterday. So USPS was out of the question, but UPS, I called and confirmed with them. So we got the shrimp there. I sent them 45 to 47 shrimp, and I sent them green jades. They needed adults, and they didn't worry about color or anything like that. And we had like a 500-gallon tub outside breeding green jades, so I had plenty to spare. And they got the shrimp yesterday, and today they'll be sending them on a rocket, sending them up. They put the shrimp to sleep first because the effects of the G-forces on the stress of the shrimp will do numbers on their reproductive organs. And the whole point of this is to make sure that the shrimp can breed afterwards. So there's two reasons why they want the shrimp for the neocardinas. One is they're like a miniature replica of the larger prawns that they could use in a hydroponic system to breed them out and grow for food. The other one is for like pollination. I guess they need two different sources of pollinators, one in the air, and I guess the shrimp will pollinate things in the water because it's not just as simple as water, fertilizer, and plants. I guess they're going to be creating little mini ecosystems with other microfauna and stuff like that, and the shrimp will be helping them keep the ecosystems in check.
I never thought of shrimp pollinating things.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think like the most popular flowering plant underwater would be like Anubis and Boos and stuff like that. So they've got to play some, part in other flowers and stuff like that as well. So, and especially with like how the tide rises and falls. So there might be certain plants that's how they seed. So I'd like to talk to Chance more about that. My buddy from Aqua Escape down in South Florida, but I haven't got a chance yet. Maybe I'll leave that for tonight's talk and discussion on our stream. But it's definitely cool. And they're also doing honeybees. Oh, it's tomorrow. Yeah. Shelby's keeping me in check. Everything's all messed up because we're getting ready for Pennsylvania, the holiday. It feels like Monday, but it also feels like Wednesday. I don't know.
Now, the thing that's interesting to me is I wonder how the G-forces, whether they're asleep or not. You think G-forces would affect them either way, wouldn't you?
It's more like the travel of the shrimp doesn't know what it's going through, and I guess because they're adults, they could stress themselves out and have like heart attacks.
Okay.
We're getting at, and if they don't have a heart attack, they could have stroke or something like that would damage the reproductive organs.
All right, now I understand.
So this morning or yesterday, they already did a test with the chemical that they used to put the shrimp to sleep, and they said they were very successful with that. So today they'll be sending the rocket up, and then they'll be shipping the shrimp back to me, and then I'll be putting them in their own tank inside and getting them to breed to make sure everything is A-okay for them to do it on a bigger scale.
So not only do Grant and Shelby ship nationwide, they do universe-wide. They're all over the world now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then cool when they do come back, you have shrimp that went to outer space. You have your whole cool line.
I wonder what those shrimp might be worth after they've been out to space and back.
To get first in
That's the ugly culls. So I didn't want to risk any of the breeding stuff, but they the green jades will throw culls, and the culls will still throw nice ones. So they might need some work before I charge,
Like, hey, these coals are the cousins of the shrimp that went to space, and now they're $42 a shrimp.
No, I
Or
wouldn't.
say like you ain't got to be perfect to go out outer space.
Victoria Lee wants space shrimp.
It's so
Space
cool.
shrimp.
Eduardo says, how were the selection of the shrimp chosen, and who do you know that this amazing? Wait, Who do you know that this amazing success happens?
All right. I'll do my best to answer that one. For selection, they really just had two requirements. One was full-grown adults, and I kind of argued about that and say if this test doesn't work, I'd like to try it my way. But their way of putting the shrimp to sleep and everything like that. I understand like the heart attacks and everything, but
Why wouldn't they have that anyway? Even if you didn't put them to sleep, why would they not have that anyway with the G-forces? Because that's not going to change.
yeah, but I think being awake during it.
But they're not scared.
If you were abducted by aliens and then sent through light speed, you wouldn't know you were put through all those G-forces if they woke you up on the other side. So I think that's kind of the logic that they're using. But with how resilient juvenile neocardinas are, I could almost argue that they wouldn't need to be put asleep. But they said that the juveniles didn't take well to the chemicals that they used to put them to sleep. That only the adults did. And then the other thing was they couldn't be buried, so they needed to be adults that were not pregnant.
Because they lose the babies.
Yeah, I think the adults, the babies, probably the eggs would just melt away, and what chemical they're using, I don't know exactly.
Well, how'd you manage that with your magic water? You always got it that are buried. So how'd you manage to find some that worked?
That's why I used the green because there's so many of them, and we had them in a 500-gallon tub outside. So no matter what I do, there's always ugly ones in the back making babies. So we had to basically gut the entire pond, and I moved them into 2 tanks inside. I already had a really nice green jade pod or tank going inside, so I just added on 2 more. But I basically cleared out the 55-gallon of all the ugly shrimp. Some of them were nicer than I wanted to let go, but
you never asked how we knew
not.
people.
That's not a bad problem to have.
But and then the other thing is I didn't know anybody. They just made a post in one of the USA shrimp groups, and Shelby always was like, "You're always on the phone," and I'm like, "I'm always on, looking for new information, ideas, or chatting with customers." And this just happened to pop up right away in my news feed, and I messaged first. And then right after me, like 4 other people volunteered, but I'd already made the agreement, and I convinced the guy right away. I was like, "Hey man, you're not going to find, parasite-free, fungus-free shrimp from any other source where you need adults in that many, guaranteed." And I was like, I breed them. This is what I do for a living. And their issue was the shipping. And I was like, no, I can promise you, like, we ship 60 boxes a week on our busy weeks, and we have less than 1% DOA. And I was like, I'll send you a couple extras. I think they originally asked for 40 shrimp in the post, but when I told them I was shipping, they're like, oh, 5 extra. But then I sent 47. So they have more than enough.
So they're not worried about sending them to space, but they're worried about the U.S. Postal Service. That ought to tell you something right there, right?
You got to pick your battles.
But here's the thing. In Poland, though, their mail doesn't move at all on the weekends. So if you don't ship out on Monday, your livestock's sitting still on the weekends. Where in the United States, our system moves on the weekends. So they weren't aware of that.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
wow. Now, where did they go? Where did you ship them to?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Do you want to talk about the whole thing as a whole? No. All right. But Shelby didn't believe that it was legit. Like when I told the kids looked at me and like, it's fake. You're lying. Like daddy makes jokes type thing. And I'm like, no, like we're really going to put shrimp on a rocket and send them up. And they're like, yeah. it's not real. And they just continue doing their day. And I'm like, oh, man. And it's one of those things where I didn't want to tell a lot of people until everything was set in stone.
Yeah.
So, like, I only told, like, one of my other buddies, and my buddy's like, man, you got big dreams. I'm like, no, this is actually happening. And he's like, I don't know, man. And I'm like, I'm telling you the truth. Shelby was like on the edge of the line. She's like, I think we're getting scammed. Like these people are So they went into, or she did some research, looked up to it, and there's like, how many rockets are going up today?
Oh, like 100.
Really?
Yeah, it's a huge teams. There's a whole program for this. Like, you're not gonna know unless you like look this up. Like, it's not broadcasted. Even GoPro does sponsor it too. Like, I think they put GoPros on the rocket.
So that's what I'm hoping for.
Wow.
Is there's going to be GoPro footage of the shrimp on the flight, and I got a feeling that they're all going to be put asleep. So all the footage is just going to be of like what people are going to think are dead shrimp.
Yeah.
And we're just going to get a bunch of comments like, congrats, bro, you killed them. Like our Instagram and TikTok video where we took an egg for Easter, released the egg of all the Skittle shrimp came out.
Yeah.
And like the first 3 comments that we got was like, congrats, you killed them. Like, way to go. And we're like, these aren't fish, they're shrimp. They float to the bottom. Like, that's where they go. They're bottom dwellers. That's where they belong. And so I feel like that's all I'm going to get is all these people are like, yeah, you killed them. Like, what's the point of sending them? And I just feel like it's going to be bodies sloshing in like a tank that's completely sealed with like a little bit of air in it or something. So you can, I don't know, see the sloshing. But we will get rights to the footage. They sent us some pictures of the rocket being assembled this morning. So it is like 100 different teams, and the Polish from all over the world too. And the team that we're working with, they're the ones doing the pollinators and they do all different things. Like they have robots, droids, drones, but this is just one of their teams that are working on this specific project, and I'm really excited for it. Like I've been hyped the whole time. It took some time to get Shelby on board until she saw that it was a legitimate thing. But
so now are we going to change your name to Rocket Man Shrimp or what?
No, but Shelby did do some singing. And I'm like, you're gonna have to put that down and back for a little clip for the video. But Shelby's gonna design T-shirts for sure.
Right.
She did a lot of fun. And then since they're going up with bees, we also want to come out with a new shrimp food. It's not new. It's bee pollen. But because the shrimp maybe have like a rocket ship that's painted like a bee, or Shelby wanted to put the kneecaps of the shrimp with little bees on it because it's the bee's knees, and that's what she's going to call the shrimp food. So Shelby has full creativity control with the products and the thumbnails and everything like that.
And she is very creative.
And she's been killing it. And I've got a talk in Pennsylvania on Friday, and my PowerPoint is just like not up to date with her skill level of what she can do with graphics and little fun things. So I'm like, you're gonna have to do it justice and put together my PowerPoint for me. All the information is already there. That doesn't need to be updated, but like the photos of our house, we always like to put a couple of those in because I got like the jokes where like at first the rules were no tanks in the bedroom, but then she sent me to Home Depot with a $75 budget, and the big 72-inch racks, the Husky racks, were on sale on clearance for $75. So I came home with that, and Shelby's like, I told you $75 budget. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I spent. And she's like, but this won't fit in the bedroom. And I'm like, not only will this fit, but 2 will fit in the bedroom. And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, I already measured it in my head. I'm like, let's make a bet. If 2 will fit, I can go buy 2, put them in the bedroom. And she's like, where will the TV go? And I had a plan for that and everything. So it's just a whole line. And then the end of the joke is our bedroom with all the tanks and our TV with 2 of the Husky racks. So
That's what we said. Joe Dever wanted tanks in the bedroom, and now I've got 2 tanks in the bedroom full of axolotls.
Oh, and Shelby had no tanks in the kitchen. Well, there's 7 tanks on top of our refrigerator, and then like 7 tanks on the counters. So it's like all the rules have been broken except for one, and that's no tanks in the bathrooms. But then even this one over here wants to break her own rule and put a mud skipper tank in the bathroom.
They're
Hey,
relaxing. I'm telling you,
much-
there's nothing more relaxing when you're taking your bath or, you know, your daily duties. There's something to look at, chill out. Yeah, it's cool having them. We've got one in our bathroom. We love it.
Yep. Well, good morning, birthday boy, Stephen P. 2003 finally woke up and made it into the show. We've already
Happy
played
birthday,
the
Steven.
song.
You missed your birthday party. Grant, Alishon wants to know, where is your talk going to be?
It's
lives
at the
up that
Greater
way.
Pittsburgh Aquarium Society. It's at 7:30 on Friday. If anyone needs the address or anything like that, you can email me at granteater@gmail.com or reach out on Facebook. But I'm really excited. It's our first time being to Pennsylvania, and we're going to the Pittsburgh Aquarium and Zoo. So the kids are coming with us. They're excited. It's going to be a good little family road trip.
Nice.
Where did you make the internet post that people were saying the other comments about? Was that on Facebook or
Which
Instagram? The one,
Oh,
the rocket.
the video for the
Yeah.
There hasn't been a post. I was talking about the dead fish or the dead shrimp.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's on Shelby's TikTok. She's TGOE at Shelby K. And then it's a video of an Easter egg, and she opens it up, and it's a bunch of shrimp coming out of it. And because they all go to the floor, and they thought they were dead. We haven't posted the video of the rocket yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the footage from that, and then we'll do a video of it.
You said TGOE.
It's you wanna?
It's
T.G.E_Shelby K.
T dot. Yeah.
Victoria remembers that video on TikTok, on the Tiki Talk, as Rico says, on the Tiki Talk.
And it did way better than we expected. We just wanted to do like a fun little Easter video, and over our platforms, it got over 1.5 million views. And there were several comments deleted. Like there was a lot of people that would comment and be like, "Oh my God, you killed them! Way to go!" and stuff like that. And then there'd be like 3 people that would comment like, "No, they're not dead. They're just shrimp." And then you get those mean people that are mean to the mean people, and they're like, you calling them names and stuff like that. I'm like, oh man, that doesn't need to get. It doesn't need to get to that. But so because of the name calling and stuff, some of the comments were deleted.
Yeah. Got to control that.
Poor Shelby's just
Yeah.
thinking, I just wanted to do something nice for Easter. Come on.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Somebody's always got to ruin the fun.
All right. Pause.
Victoria said their Easter project got so much hate also.
Aw.
I hate to cut it short with you guys, but
Yeah.
Shelby took the whole day off today just to help me out with orders because I'm swamped. Oh,
Well, I thank you guys for coming up and just talking about it, because I was just stumbling all over it, and I think it's cool as heck. So I'm glad you guys had time to come up and talk about that and the shrimp food. I'm excited to see that.
I'm really hyped about the shrimp in space thing. So when I look up to your message, I was like, Shelby, we got to do this.
Yes.
We woke up like an hour ago. So
Well,
Yeah.
Grant, what days do you normally ship out?
on Monday, but because yesterday was Juneteenth and because of Monday being closed, I can't ship out on Saturday because the shrimp would be out on an extra day. And because I like them to be as healthy as possible, I don't even take that risk with shipping out on an extra day. So,
Okay.
but people thought those were an assortment of different colored red fish, blue fish variety type. Thought they were all dead on the floor,
What?
except for the two swimming around. Yeah. Well, we only have like 2,000 followers on Instagram, and when it went around to like 1 million people, you got to think it reached a lot of people that don't know shrimp.
Yeah,
So,
clearly, because they look all alive to me, very much.
Well, you can tell just by their color they're alive. I mean, their colors are bright. So,
and then the bulk of the comments are like, "Oh, that's how you make ugly mutt shrimp," and I'm like, "I know this. Like, I'm completely aware."
Like, this is for fun, people.
Right.
And the tank has produced a ton of wilds, but there's also babies of each color so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some of the same colors have paired up for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's people for you. Well, you
That's
guys,
a good
thank
idea. I love that.
so much, so much for coming up and talking about that. That was awesome. And congratulations to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. It was
Yep.
nice seeing you guys again. This is my first time being on the same stream as Kenny, so it was nice to see you, man.
same here,
Someone has
bud.
suggested earlier that you rename your green shrimp Galaxy Greens.
There you go. There you go. You got a marketing ploy now.
There you
Or
go.
maybe Universal Greens or something like that. Because
Ooh.
Galaxy is such like I don't like the same naming in shrimp because there's like dragon bloods, which could be red dragon blood, which is a Taiwan bee that has red color pigment that's so deep it looks black. But then you have blue dragon's blood, which is a blue calcio, and they're two totally different kinds of shrimp. So I kind of want a different kind of name. So
All of
Kenny
it.
the universe, all over the universe shrimp.
Rocket shrimp.
We just learned about all the different lines of Carnadina. We had Shrimp Envy as our speaker last month. So
Oh yeah,
we had Robin
great.
Ree, and yeah, those people are great. It was awesome.
We actually, our first line of shrimp foods that we're selling on the website are their foods before we
Awesome.
came up with our own. So yeah, they're great people. I wish there was somebody like them in every state.
No kidding.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Well,
This
Yes,
is
thank
awesome, though.
thanks for having me.
Anybody in Louisiana. Bye, you guys. Thanks. We'll talk later. All right. That was awesome. I'm so glad they came up to talk about that because I was butchering it.
Oh, poor Shelly still looks like is it really real? It's like she almost had that look like, I want to make sure this is legit. She still
Yeah.
had that look like, is this real?
Skeptical. Yeah. But knowing Shelby,
But you're scammed every day of the week just about
Yeah.
anymore.
she's done her homework for sure. She has done her homework. But that is, I think that's awesome. And they didn't get in too much on the hydroponics like they did last night. But the way that they're doing all the hydroponics is pretty cool too. But I'm going to let them talk about that on their stream tomorrow since it's their, info and their fun. So Grant shrimp are gorgeous. They are very much so. Very pretty. I think it's amazing that they have so many of them outside. Like I don't have any shrimp outside. I take it back. I've got ghost shrimp outside, but I'm too scared to put shrimp outside. And it's because I already fight dragonflies. I already fight the frogs. There's all kinds of things I already fight. And then to have that many out there to have to go through, I don't know, maybe they just have so many of them that.
Well, they also have screening over their openings.
Yeah. And see, I don't want to cover, I will cover some of them, but I don't want to cover all of them because my plants grow up.
Right, but see, theirs are just basically for the shrimp only.
And I've also got fountains that go in most of mine too. So yeah.
Yeah, they work really hard to make sure nothing else goes in those pond things that they've got.
Yeah. Now maybe those 2 IBC totes that I've got, that once we get them leveled and finally finished, I'll probably cover them. They'll have floating plants in them, but nothing, really not like the others that I have on my back porch.
No.
Yeah, Sharpie has his his pond netted off, and you can see it under the water, kind of,
Uh-huh.
because there's water above the netting also, where you could probably float some plants. But
I officially set up my very first pond yesterday, where I'm actually going to keep fishing. We've always just
I
kept.
saw that.
We've never kept fish in ponds here because we've
Really?
always used them. Yeah, we've always used them for growing out Daphnia, scuds, bloodworms, mosquito
Right.
larvae. I just never have put fish in them. And so my poor little mountain minnows have been in this 10-gallon for the last 2 years. I'm like, you know what? We're going to give them a good life now.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I sat out there probably good 2 hours yesterday. That sound of that little fountain just is it for me. And to answer to your question, Atomic, I'm probably guessing about 80%. And I have a feeling that's probably as good as it's going to get. I get like clicking and stuff for me. I don't know if it's right, to be truthful. But I'm not going through it again. I'm just going to live with what I got because I'm not going through that again. I do not want to have that wing of death on for another 8 weeks. No, thank you. I'm done with that.
Wing of death.
Oh, it was a monster trying to sleep. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. Can't move.
Can't sleep.
Yeah. They want to do surgery on my shoulder, and I won't let them do it.
What do you have on yours? That's
Mine is, so when I was 22, I think I was 22, I got thrown off of a 2-year-old right over the front of her head. And I landed on my shoulder and it dislocated it. Well, not just dislocated it, it tore that muscle. Well,
the bicep. That's the one I just had done. Yeah.
Like,
Ugh.
I don't know. I can't make it there.
You
See how
you
much
might
weight
want
it
to.
is?
You
right
might want to
there.
have them at least reattach it because when you get to be my age, Jess, you might have some issues.
Yeah, no, they said that every now and then I'll have major pains with it and everything like that. But normally if I just let it rest, it'll go away and then everything will be okay. And until it gets to the point where it doesn't go away, then I'm not going to do anything until then. And I've gone a long time with it hurting. And then the last time I went to physical therapy and they got it back to not hurting instead of going through surgery. So, which was it blew my mind. But I hope I can just do that for a long time because I do not want to have surgery done. And all they do is pick it back up and put that muscle back where it's supposed to be and leave
Well, they
it.
actually have to reattach it to a different part of your bone in there. They don't
Yeah.
put it back to the same spot. They like clear a spot and reattach it there. It's a mess.
And that muscle was lengthened, so they I don't know if they cut it. I'm not really sure what they do, but yeah, not fun. They did say it would be one of the worst surgeries I've ever had. But I have more issues with birds over dragonflies lately with my pond birds.
Well, I'm sure the birds think it's like a watering hole for them. Go down there and like
yeah,
bird
especially
bath.
with a natural looking pond. It's like, oh, food. Let's stop.
Yeah, imagine my only issue with birds coming down is their feces getting in there. Other than that,
Right.
my
I
pond's
haven't-
deep enough. I don't think they'll actually get to the bird or the fish.
Right.
Yeah, mine's safe that way, but yeah.
Right. And my birds don't come up underneath my back awning. And I think with the running water, I think it kind of defers them a little bit.
Well, my deterrent's laying right there.
Bird garden.
You don't have to guess who runs this house, huh?
Right. Aw. Jesse's son had that soldiers ready. He did not enjoy it. Yeah, they told me it'd be bad. And when they tell you it will be bad, I'm not. So I'm gonna wait as
But
long as I can.
when they reattach my stomach muscles from 40 years before,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, you couldn't even
Breathe.
draw in half a breath
Yeah.
without feeling it. when they put muscles back, it's a big deal.
I don't want to. Like I said, if 80% is the best, I'd rather have that than go through that again. I don't want to go through it. Plus, I don't want to go in that MRI machine again. That was not good.
The eye machine.
The MRI machine.
Oh, the MRI.
The imaging thing. They stick you in. I call it a coffin, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what it was about. And I'm in there, and the guy's like, sir, your blood pressure has went up like 20 points in the last 2 minutes. Are you okay? I said, just get it over with. Get me out of here, and I'll be. And then I just closed.
Oh.
We lost him?
He froze. There you go. Oh, you're coming back.
Wake up. We've had a bunch more people roll up in here.
We have. Bird Garden, as we were talking about birds, Bird Garden showed up. Ben Backstrom, Bex, Debbie Holding, Atomic Injections, Whips World, Paul McCarthy. I think that's it.
So
Carrie. Oh, we did talk about Carrie. Audra Meyer is also here. But Vic says, and I've got it on the thing, just a reminder, they're having a special birthday stream.
That's right.
Steamy McStreamy stream. Woo!
That's hard to say.
Yes. And when I have to do the video announcements, I usually have to redo that part and concentrate.
Be celebrating the Steamy McStreamy special tonight at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Stephen's birthday party.
And he won't be going tomorrow night, if I got that correctly. Pam is going to start her birthday stream
early
after Dan's Fish.
Okay. So Pam's birthday's tomorrow?
The 23rd, Pam, the 23rd. Hers is 23rd, but as she goes into 12 a.m., it will be her birthday before she finishes her stream.
Oh, okay.
And it's also Patrick Hardy's birthday on that day, too.
Well, we can't find him.
He surfaced last night.
What?
He was in Fishy Business stream.
Did anybody tell him I'm looking for him?
Well, I just told him we were all glad to see him, but and Liz was excited because everybody's been worried, but I didn't.
Yeah, his phone's not working. I can't get a hold of him through his email.
So he's okay at least.
Yeah, I got fish for him, so I didn't want to ship them until I could get a hold of him.
Right, Stephen? They get you all stressed out while you're there, and they can't figure out why your blood pressure's up. I agree.
Yeah. Get it right. It's the
Berthy McBerthy.
Berthy McBerthy.
Well, thank you for that, Matt.
Right?
Berthy McBerthy. I love it.
It sounds like McDonald's for some reason. It's what it reminds me of. Like, I don't know why.
A McSteven.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get excited now because we're getting close to Fishtoberfest and see what old Steven has in store for us.
Yeah, that's going to be so exciting.
I'm sure he'll kill it like he does everything else. So,
you expect no less.
Right? John Larson, good morning.
Good morning, John.
Matt, OnlyFans, Liquid Boo. Good morning, Matt.
Who did? Steven's curious about what he has in store, too.
Well, if it's got Brickley and Bex and Annette and Miss McStreamy, I'm sure it's going to be
Miss Steamy.
Yeah, I'm sure
Miss Steamy. It's going to be fun. I can't hardly wait. I've been so excited. I even wore my What the Fish shirt.
Woohoo!
I'm ready.
Yay! I can't wait to. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun.
So, Jess, which event are you going to next?
I don't know.
Don't know
I'm
yet?
supposed to go to the Triple Crown. And I don't know. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. I will make the decision probably next week for sure.
Yeah,
that way, if
gas right now, gas is crazy right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think Shanna and
Alex
are going to go. So,
Well, Shanna, I know is not, but I think Alex is still trying to. I don't know if he's going to road trip it or he might fly now. I was talking to him about it yesterday, whenever we were on the road the other day, and I think he's still because he knows that that's the event of all events, probably for the next 20 years.
Right. Right. So I know that I'll be at Aquastella Dallas because that's just stupid for me not to be because it's just 3 hours down the road. But any of the other ones are just up in the air, unfortunately.
A friend of mine, she and her kids were traveling, and they got on the Amtrak and had their car put in a cart, a train cart too, and they went north. And so when they get there, they have their own car, but they don't have to drive. Now, I never knew you could do that. That is
never ridden on a train.
Yeah, because it hooks up right to the Amtrak, and they have special cars, whatever you call them things, for vehicles, and it has to be a certain size to be able to fit in their box, whatever it carries.
So I'm not taking my 150, is what you're telling me.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a regular truck can go, but maybe not like a milk truck with a box. But I thought, well, that's just the coolest thing because to be sure, the ticket for hauling it can't be more than what it would cost to even try to find a rental.
Right.
Oh, rental cars are a joke. We tried to get them. I think they wanted like $1,200 for the week for us, and that was like, you're not going to fit your luggage. It's going to be on your lap type of car. I mean, it's insane.
And that way, you pack your car up and you just take your very little essentials in with you where the passenger part is, and
throw all your luggage in your vehicle.
yeah.
I wonder how much that would cost.
I don't know. We've got thinking about that. We're gonna have to try to see if we can figure out if that'll work to go to the Clash.
Because I'm not beyond sleeping in my truck, but if I can get my truck there and not be as much in gas as
Nano Aquarium guy says, after listening to Alex's story last night, don't know if I'd be traveling with him safe.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding. That man. Oh my gosh. Did y'all hear that story last night?
Alex has more stories than anybody.
That was crazy.
I can verify it, but except after he left me, that all the stories previous to him getting on that train were all true. We had a heck of a time getting down to where he had to speak. There were tornadoes and storms and flash floods. It was not fun.
Man.
Then he's here and he's like, "Oh, I'm allergic to dogs." I'm like, "Oh, well, that might be an issue." we gotta know.
Is the Triple Crown in Chicago? No, the Triple Crown is in Louisville, Kentucky. Right? Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah. Louisville,
as they say, we would say it's Louisville, but they say Louisville.
I gotta tell you, when I'm the Triple Crown's great and all, but I'm more excited that I finally get to go view Rusty Wessel's place. I finally get to see his fish house. That part's got me more excited than the Triple Crown, I think.
And I haven't signed for the Triple Crown. I haven't signed up for anything, because everything costs money. So I don't know what.
Well, back when I did the Fish Fam tour, my buddy from the club here is good friends with Rusty, and he had arranged for me to blow in there and shoot that then, but I ran out of time. Yeah, and that's one of my regrets from that trip is I should have stopped there. I mean, that's I wish I would have, but now I get to see it, so that's the good thing. I'm going to be able to finally see it.
Whippersnapper used the word shan't. I haven't heard that in a very long time. I shan't be attending.
Yeah. So, and it's still up in the air. I'll give it another week, see if there's any other way I can make it happen, and if not, then I'll give the ticket back to Rico, and he can give it away to someone else. So,
I know Danny's excited to get into some more guppy lines. She's hoping there's some cool guppy lines now.
That the Killies and the guppies. That's why I want to be there so bad, so bad. Even if I got 2 days for those.
I'll let her. She can mess with all that. I'll be so lost in the cyclic goodness over on the other side. I don't think I'll even make it over there.
Unless, I'd like to see those two because I want to see the angels. I want to see what all different angels they've got.
I'm after Madagascan cichlids. That's what I want. Madagascan cichlids.
Oh, my phone's going off. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the one event that somebody can find what they want there.
Yeah, if you can't find a fish to buy there, there's a problem.
Or just to look at. So do you know if they have it set up where if you want to ship fish, they have a shipping place?
Most of the time, I think the person that comes up with that program that'd be an awesome service. If somebody was at every event offering that, would be great.
Yeah. You know, it would be nice if you found fish to go ahead and ship them back home. That way, by the time you get home, they're coming in right behind you.
Well, that's our plan. We don't leave until the following Monday, and I think it's midday. So that's what all of our plan is. We're going to stop at a local post office to get them coming our way, and when we get home, we'll be here.
Good morning, Jay Oliver. We played your birthday song earlier.
Good morning, John.
Happy birthday.
And happy birthday, sir.
Yep.
Kelly Foreman's here. Good morning, lady.
Good morning, Miss Kelly.
She didn't come in hot. What's up?
All right, you guys. It is our mid-morning break time. And there's Garcia Aquatics. He was on
Biz
last night. That's right.
And he was all dressed up all spiffy, too.
Yeah. He can do that sometimes. All right, you guys. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to listen to something. We're going to hear. What we hear? Let's see. We'll do Florida Man. Let's see. I got to stop that one.
Hello. My stomach is growling this morning.
Uh-oh.
I heard it all the way from here, man.
When a dog needs a loving home, take it to a shelter. But what do you do with a fish that's only into murder? Florida man will take the fish off your hands. Florida man, the one who understands you gotta change your plans. Call Florida man, cigarette in hand. He's got a fishy wonderland. Drive 300 miles to rescue a catfish, but he would rather help you get your own tank established. Florida man, 3,000 gallons in. He doesn't have unlimited space for fish. Florida man got a net in his hand. Florida man and Father Fish is also there.
step up and help Florida man now. We need a rescue to rescue Florida fish rescue. Florida man needs a helping hand. There's a change in plans for his fishy wonderland. Florida man digging in the sand. Florida man is reaching out to the fishy fam. Florida man will take the fish off your hands. Florida man, the one who understands. Florida man needs a helping hand. There's a change in plans for his fishy wonderland. And he'll even take your goddamn feed as goldfish.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as the majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
All right, we are back. And you guys, yes, if you are looking to get some shrimp snail food, Crayfish Empire is the place to go and get you a 15% discount using MTFF. All right. Wait. Ah! There it goes. Okay.
You're muted. You're muted, Dee Dee.
Jess, how will you know if somebody uses your code? How do you find out?
He tells me. I go on this thing and it tells me how many, people have bought, and it'll add up to a certain amount, and then I get the 15%. Or I get I don't remember how much I get. Not 15%. Y'all get the 15% discount. I don't remember how much I get. I did know, I just forgot.
Did you?
Aquatics was texting me in the background. He is off tomorrow, but we only do members only this week. I don't know. I'll talk to you after the show, Garcia, and maybe we can come up with something.
Yeah,
Well, I was really. Oh, go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, Snoochie Booch, I found out, is a member of Greater Portland Aquarium Society now. So
Awesome.
he signed up for a club, which I thought was amazing.
Does he live in that area?
No, he's like probably a good, 20 hours from us. So.
Oh, wow. Now, what benefits will he get from being a member of it and being that far away? Not sure. Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe he just wants to be a part of a club. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, maybe occasionally he'll swing into town.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he has relatives there or something.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
to visit.
Right.
Pop in at the same
He
time.
is definitely the furthest away member that we have. I can't. Although that's not true because I think Lucas is still a member as well.
And he just keeps moving further and further away, don't he?
Yeah, he's on the other end now.
Yeah.
As far as you can get.
But
Well, I did not know, but last night Garcia was telling us that real pretty scape in his background where he sits. It's something he bought. It's not real rock, and I just was flabbergasted. It looked so real to me.
Wow. He does a lot of specific only tanks, like as in themed. I believe he did a breast cancer awareness tank, and then he did another one. It's blue for another group, and this is because people that he knows that have gone through this. I know he's done some of them. I've seen pictures of them back when we bunked together in Florida. That was fun. That was so much fun.
Old Eduardo's giving old Dee Dee a hard time. It's easy to flabbergast you, Dee Dee.
Oh yeah, especially when people start divulging their secrets, Eduardo. Just it's hard for me to keep my mouth closed.
Snoochie Booch said that he'd come by if he can make it because there's no clubs in Montana.
You just make it the Fishtoberfest, Snoochie Booch. That'd be the best time. Bring some fish with you because members do get a break on our auction. If they're members, I think we're 40% we take. If they're non-members, and I forget what the cut is if they're members, but it's a lot less. So they get to keep most of the money from it. So. Oh, I don't know what bone you hit there, but Oda Browno says I'm shutting up ASAP.
He knows. I got pictures.
Well, we better be careful. We don't want poor Jess turning as red as my truck. We've all seen her when she gets to blushing. It's pretty bad.
Now he knows if you tell me keep it in confidence, I will. But it sure is fun to like threaten every once in a while.
Oh.
I've seen them pictures. I've seen some of them pictures. Bex, we'll see you later tonight, babe. Have a good day.
Oh,
Have a good day, Bex.
She had a good video come out too the other day.
Yes. Fish room tour.
Her little murder beans, and she does an awesome job.
I'm getting a guy coming by today to give me quotes on gutters and roof today, so can't wait for that first pencil today. See how much they try to think they should get.
What, a brand new shingle roof?
Yeah. It's the roofs. I probably could get by for another 5 years, but they're willing to give me a dual quote. I'm like, okay, but you know what? Maybe I'll just get it knocked out.
Yeah.
But they don't know. All they saw was the front. He doesn't know the mess that's on the back. He's got to take solar panels off and.
Oh yeah.
Do your solar panels work?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This time of year, I maybe spend $80. Wintertime, anywhere from $600 to $1,000 for my electric bill. So that's how much of a difference it is in the sunny months for us.
Wow.
I just wish that Oregon, was sunny all the time, but unfortunately, 9 months out of the year, it's rain here. So.
Right. I wish we could do it because we got nonstop sun.
Well, you should check with your local people, Jess, because a lot of it's federal that's trying to get it to happen. So you might look, because like when we got ours, we paid zip. We got a whole solar system and we paid absolutely not one dime out of our pocket. It was a federal grant because they're trying to get everybody green. But Oregon's always been more of a green state. So
I know that
But you might check with your locals. There might be a program out there that you don't know of, and you probably could get one, and it would cost you absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
You have to have, it's like they call it a 5-year lease, and then anyway, they don't come back at you wanting the rest of the money. They get their money from the government for putting it in initially. So
I think they did have something going around, like it was like 8,000. But they're not doing that. They had that. I don't think they're doing that anymore.
ours is the largest system you can have for a residential property. Basically, the backside of my house where the sun faces, you couldn't even. It made me mad because I didn't realize what they were doing. But they put so many up there, I can't even get up there and clean my gutters. I can't go on that side of the house, period, because it's all solar panels.
Wow.
So, but I'm glad we got them. I just wish that we had more sun so I could take advantage of them, longer.
Now, what do y'all do to protect them from hail?
Hail doesn't hurt them.
Really?
They're tough.
Oh, wow.
The only thing you need to do is go up about once a month, spray them down with the power washer so you get. But now my contract's up with PGE. I want to find out if I can have Tesla come out. And I have about 1,300 square feet above me in this attic that we're not using. And I would like to start storing my own power.
Yeah.
So when we have, because, in Oregon with the winds and whatnot, we do lose power quite often. It'd be nice to know that I have, when the power goes out, bam, it goes onto my solar that I've stored.
Now, wouldn't that just be stored in batteries?
Yeah, they would fill my whole upper thing full of, I might have a third eye grow after a couple of years, but I'm willing to take the risk.
Well, you might need a new eye by then.
Right. Will they get hot? Like, will the batteries, do they get hot?
Yeah, I don't know enough about them, Jess. I'd imagine up there they would, but they put fans and stuff, I'm sure, to keep that from happening.
Yeah,
but I know Tesla's got a pro where they can set you up with the system and you store your own power. And like if you're in California, you would literally not need their grid whatsoever, because they've got sunshine like 300 days a year. So
right.
Or
Charge a generator.
Danny says they charge a generator.
Wow.
And that's a good thing too, because when storms come, and if you've got to get fuel for your generator, the gas stations are closed.
Yeah.
That's happened to us around here, or maybe only one store is open and like there's a 4-hour line waiting to get some fuel.
Yeah.
For the generators.
Yeah, exactly.
My husband had to go on the base and get gas the last big storm that we had, I think Florence, because we were without power for like 8 days.
Now I keep seeing everybody in the chat saying, I wish we had a club.
Yeah.
Listen, I promise you, in your area, you have probably 100 people saying the same thing. What y'all need to do is organize and make one, man. That's what I would do.
Me and Greg were just talking about that last night.
Yeah. I mean, it don't take much to, you could do like the Willamette Valley did down south there. You can start out as you don't have to be a non-for-profit to start off. You can just get a club, get it going while you're waiting to turn into a non-for-profit.
Now, Kenny, if you
were short today, I'm sorry.
If you were doing that, if you were starting a very small club, it was just a few of you getting together, what would you do? Like, what would you get together and do?
Well, the first thing you need to do is find out where you're going to have it. So you go around. Most of your elks, mooses, any of those type clubs love helping this type of thing out. The only thing they require is that your president or your other officers are members of that club, which, $70 a year, whatever. And you also get to take advantage of being a club member with them. But that's what we did. And then, like I said, it takes a little bit to get that non-profit status. You have to have all of your duckies in a row and all that. And luckily for our club, we had people that are, that's kind of what they did for a living. So, but like the Willamette Valley is not a non-for-profit, and they're still very successful. Like we were at the one with even with all the turmoil that was going on down there, they still had probably 40 people there this past weekend. So like I said, my answer to anybody saying that in the chat is it doesn't take much. If it's nothing more than like 10 of you meeting at a Wendy's or a breakfast joint to have a little club meeting, do that to start. But the key is it's easy to do. And before you know it, your club will have 50 members, and that's how you get started. Everything starts to roll from there. Because I guarantee you're not the only person in your area wishing that there was a club. I promise you.
Well, the only thing is, if you're trying to start one, you better be prepared to put the time in, because
there is some time involved.
Sit back and wait and let somebody else do the work.
But when you're initially starting, you have to have a president. Make sure you get a treasurer. Make sure you get a secretary. Make sure you get a vice president. So you have a board at large that's out there working for you every day, promoting, and everything else will take care of itself.
Oh, Kenny, one of your videos is the short of the day.
Oh, really? Which one is that?
The Jaguar.
Oh, the Jag. Yeah, she was really, really popping some color that day.
I don't want, like, I want to be a part of one, but I don't want to do the work.
Well, see, yeah. That's the thing.
I've been there, I've done that. And not with fish, but with horses. And I just got burnt out.
It takes a village, as they say. I mean, if you put it all on your back, then it, you know.
And I'm bad about that. I am bad about doing it all.
I've got something in my tank. Does that look like a baby fish or some other kind of creature?
Well, it's not focused.
Well, it's in that round bowl, so you can't really.
Well, it looks like it's got 2 eyeballs.
Yeah. It's got a stripe. But it was so teeny, I've only been able to find it once.
I think it looks like a fish.
I have emerald reservoirs in there, I think. And everybody was acting all crazy a couple Sundays ago. Everybody in this house. They were swimming.
You say when that's when those storms were coming through?
Yeah.
That barometric pressure drop.
And I wanted to do a water change in that bowl, but I'm afraid to now because it looks like an eyelash.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid even my little pre-filter won't protect them, so I got to leave it.
We just put that fine mesh netting on the drain hose. That usually helps, but you got to keep an eye on that because I can't tell you how many of these guppies I've killed on accident because they get stuck on there. I don't tell her about those days. I just keep on moving water, you know.
Right.
But after she did find out, I'm not allowed to mess with that.
Well, it happens.
Well, she must not have heard it because she would have said, "I heard that."
Oh yeah, she heard me. I'll hear about it after.
Kitty's in trouble again.
Again.
Bingo!
Delayed reaction, but we got one.
Hey, you're supposed to be back there working.
She's lurking too.
So she can do 2 things at one time. See, women are good at multitasking. We can focus here and still hear sounds out of this other ear.
Yep.
You know, like a mama can hear a baby whimper, like from 4 states away.
You could have paid me to do it. Her job is she's got a tough job, man. She basically controls the money for
you're gonna want
6 groups. So for Intel.
Wow.
So once a month she has to take and has to keep track of every ounce of money that those 6 teams have spent, and she has to consolidate and make sure every penny that was spent matches to the invoices that she has. I mean, I wouldn't want to do what she does.
Yeah, I used to balance an account when I worked for a mobile home manufacturing place, and when they sell a mobile home, say it was $10,000, well, 2 goes in that, 1 goes in here, $50 goes in this, and everybody gets a chunk out of all that $10,000 per se. But so you had to make sure that if they put $40 in, they didn't put it as $4, because now it's off $36, and it would take us a month to balance them because people transpose money all the time, and it's just so transposed that it's not they're trying to. So we'd have to go make journal entries to correct it and get it back in balance. And
yeah, the week she's doing that, I know to stay the heck out of her way. She's going to be short and testy, so I just stay out of her way because I know it's going to be a rough week.
That was a great job. I loved that part.
Stay busy.
Yeah, and it was millions of dollars of stuff. Yeah.
Well, you guys, it is time for Fish Story, fish history and scientific news with Alex, the secret history aquarium.
Mr. Alex.
It's living in your aquarium.
At night for anything tropical to even start thinking about it being possible. So just a friendly reminder and a reminder that the weather is a weird one this year. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe from the weather and everything else. Talk to you next time. Bye. Hey guys, it's Alexander Williamson, and I hope you're having a good week, a good start to the week. I hope you're doing well also. So this is Fishery, episode 95. Thank you so very much for allowing 95 episodes to continue. I'm not going to lie, they'd probably continue anyways because I'm a big old dork. But thank you for being here and sharing in the experience. So today we have an interesting study. It's done by a gentleman in Europe who started it and then was worked on by many, many scientists. Lots of great women and lots of great men in the field. And wild guppies. So are they cannibals? Do they eat their babies like pet guppies do? And that was the question that they wanted to answer. So it turns out that wild guppies hardly ever eat their fry, but in captivity, it's extremely common. You probably know this. So mosquito fish and guppies, though known to be cannibalistic in captivity, are extremely likely to be cannibalistic in wild settings. And the rare instances of cannibalism in these fish are likely due to strong competition for food resources. And that's pretty much it. The findings from a new study led by a US and UK research team going on the hunch of a German research team, I know that's a lot, have implications not only for fish, but fish enthusiasts and hobbyists. So scientists who use mosquito fish as models for ecology and evolutionary studies can also learn a lot from this, and they're used for control of mosquitoes. Obviously, they're called mosquito fish, so they're bred around the world, and this is important info for how to breed them properly. So cannibalism was most frequent in populations with very high levels of food competition. So that is populations lacking major predators, where the population density of the fish that were surveyed in the study was especially high. So the experiment to test causes of cannibalism were done by teams that studied 720 fish by creating a mesocosm, which is a large 6-foot diameter outdoor container that they needed a scientific word for, I guess, other than pond. But the fish's natural environment was then looked at as, in reference to it as a control. So the population density, predator risk, resource availability, food, size, weight, length, all that was measured. And the fish were observed for a week to determine what might influence cannibalistic behaviors. The results of the experiments also pointed out population density was the main issue, followed by resource availability And those were the key drivers. So resource competition seems to be the main predictor of cannibalism, according to Professor Langerhans. So we also saw that a lack of predation has an indirect effect on cannibalism. So a release from predation allows the population density to skyrocket, which decreases resources. So this same driving factor may be responsible for cases of cannibalism across the animal kingdom. You have the luxury to be a cannibal in your species when there's a lot of you. The team was also able to rule out some other potential causes for cannibalism, such as cannibalism doesn't happen when there are bigger guppies more frequently encountering smaller young fish. It also doesn't just happen because there are big predatory fish in the area, if they're not eating the guppies. So just the presence of them in your tank also, it would follow, doesn't mean that they're going to be predatory. It's really that there's just so many baby guppies that they become a resource. They become an idea for the other guppies. Let's get rid of the weakest ones. Let's eat them. The slowest ones, let's eat them. So females who are larger, they cannibalized way more than males in all situations, both in the pond that was overcrowded with 720 guppies and also in the wild. It's probably because they need more energy. They need more protein. They need more fat. And live bears rely on that for the size of their babies, which then it can predict their outcomes. So if the mom eats a lot, the fry are born bigger, and then the fry have a better chance of surviving and also being fully formed and not having defects such as, bent spines and things like that. So work has implications not only for hobbyists and those trying to repopulate endangered species, but also for researchers who are in the evolutionary biology field, and also the people who use the mosquito fish as a way to keep down mosquitoes. Because also it's reported time and time again that those mosquito fish, the gambusia, they really do eat a lot of their babies when they're being bred in pens. So now they're able to kind of figure out that, you just need to keep feeding them a ton and have good filtration if you're going to keep that dense population. You don't want to have a super dense population if you want all your fry to survive without moving water, without places to hide, and without lots and lots of food for them to eat. Because as soon as they run out of food, those babies start looking tempting. Also, as soon as there's a ton of guppies, competition gets more intense, and so it kind of makes sense why they eat their babies, unfortunately. But I just thought that was pretty interesting and had some impact on our hobby. So there's a whole big long article about it with about 15 different scientists working on it, but it was in the Journal of Ecology and Evolution just this week. And I've got that linked below if you're curious about that source, want to read more about it. They do go into quite a bit of detail because they overlooked work that studied over 50,000 guppies in total with different control groups that people had done different types of studies for, when they'd kept the information of how many fry were surviving due to predation by the adults and so forth. That's a common thing to keep track of. So it's a pretty big study, and this is kind of a study of studies that was done in the UK because the German professor noticed it in the wild, less common, and it's found that it was only 0.03% of fish that actually ate their babies in the wild, whereas in captivity it could be as high as 50%. So kind of shows us what we need to do in captivity not to have all of our baby guppies eaten. And at the same time, if you have too many guppies, just don't feed them as much, I guess. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Bye. Back.
All right. I don't know the word. Too many guppies. That's why my mosh pit works. That's right. Victoria says that's why my females are huge. Yep. Let's see. We stopped at 13:26. That'll be back on the 23rd.
Yeah, got to keep up with that one.
Just
All right.
But we have an exciting day today, so
Yeah.
well, we got a good birthday stream coming up today, so that should be fun.
yeah. And the song, I believe, is Eduardo tonight. Am I
Yeah.
correct? Eduardo Rico?
Yep. Fishery or not fishery.
Focus
Yeah.
on.
Yes, that.
The other words.
What is it doing? I'm trying to get there. Okay. I was trying to post the link to the mosquito fish thing for him on Facebook, but I can't find the. I guess.
Oh, they said Rico canceled his stream today.
Oh.
Mm.
Now, did he cancel the day stream or tonight too?
He's saying to focus on, so that's tonight.
Yeah.
Is he not feeling well again, or
I don't.
Says his RX stuff.
that's too
Oh,
bad?
sorry.
Dadgummit.
Because I know Paul Sotero was looking forward to it.
Yeah. A lot of people are. I like to look at his orchids. He really does.
Eduardo,
He makes good money with his
Jess
orchids.
really wants to see your orchids again.
Too. I need the fertilizer recipe. Because I just repotted mine. And he said he was going to give me that recipe that he uses to fertilize his with. So,
He does have some pretty flowers there, that's for sure.
yes.
I do one of these things with orchids. Sometimes I can keep them for a while, sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Just look at the draw for me.
Well, I know he has his outside. So I took and I repotted mine and it's outside on the back porch, but it's not in direct sunlight. So far it's doing better outside than what it was doing in the house.
He thinks he sent you the recipe on the email.
And the email? Can you resend it? Because I don't know where it went.
I guarantee you can type it faster, Eduardo, than what she can find it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just did that gazebo of yours, did all those plants finally grow over on that? When I was there, you just started having it starting to grow
Right.
over.
Well, I got the other end. I got the round, the other end of it which it's growing to attach. It is getting longer, but I've got to get Joe to run me some cables from the one side to the other side so that I can wrap them around it so that it can go. Right now they're just on the ground and they getting stepped on and everything. So I need to get them up, and I just need some cables run from, maybe 4 or 5 little cables run from one side to the other. That way I can twist them around it and then they can get to the other side. Or I just plant another plant on that side and let them grow together. But with doing the pond this year, that kind of went to the wayside right now.
Yeah. Well, that pond's going to be exciting, so.
Yeah, it's just been too hot to get out there to work on it. So.
How much more do you have to do?
Well, I've still got to get in there and shape it. Put the steps in it that I want. And once I get that done, then I can lay the rubber in there. But I got to put some seams together.
How big is it going to be when you're done?
It's big. I don't know how many gallons it is yet. I won't know that until we fill it up. But I think it's a fairly large pond, especially for that area.
How deep you gonna make it?
It's 6 foot.
6 foot deep?
It is 6 foot deep in the middle, which was a
Nice.
lot deeper than what we thought we were going to do. So yes, worried that the rubber liner is not going to go all the way down. It's not going to be big enough. not that down here, I could probably make it a pond without putting a liner in it. Because it's clay. But
I spent a whole summer digging one year out here. I had this, it was probably 10 feet wide by 20 feet long, and I had it down to like 4 foot. Then I hit this solid clay. And my wife's like, so what are you going to do now? I'm like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. And now it's all filled back in, and we never did anything with it.
Yeah. And then the dirt that we pulled out of it, I want to take and move it behind the original beginning of the fountain and redesign the top of the fountain. So, because now it comes out of that water pump, old water pump thing, and it just splashes down and then goes down. And I want to stop all that splashing. So I want to make it so that it either does that or, something somehow, but I'm going to use that dirt that we pulled out of it to do it with. So again, I've got to move plants, get them out of the way.
Now, you said you were going to do some seams. Are you doing like connecting two pieces of that liner together? How do you do that?
There's you do it with heat, like a heat gun, but it's actually like the same stuff, but it's like a sticky tape, and you put it together. You got to make sure it's clean and everything, and then put that together, and then you can heat it up or you don't have to. Either way, because it's got that sticky stuff on it, which is supposed to hold it. But we always heated it up. So.
I'm sitting here thinking, God, you already went 6 feet and you're in Louisiana. You probably don't have to go much further, and you hit a spring, and then you don't have to do anything with it. I mean,
you would think. I haven't put them in yet, Kelly. They're still in the refrigerator. I don't want to put them in there until I get it full of water.
See, the pond that Brian is digging, Pepin, he's got a spring in his.
I would love to live on Brian's property. I've been there. He's got a cool setup. Then he's also got a natural stream rolling through where he's got 2 or 3 different types of cool minnows. He's got sticklebacks. He's got all kinds of cool stuff in the creek next to him. But that pond he has is amazing. The whole property is amazing. I mean, then he's got his house, and then he's also got a second building that he could turn strictly into a fish room. Then he's got a shop that's like 5,000 square feet. I mean, that property is amazing. I would love to have his property.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, now he's doing a new pond, so.
Well, it's because he got that tractor, see, so he's out there.
Oh, yeah. He thinks his tractor is sexy.
Yeah, they told me when I come for a visit, I'm not allowed to. He says the tractor's off limits to me for some reason.
We have a
bucket, maybe.
But we borrowed. We have access to a track hoe, so.
Well, that makes it easier.
Yeah,
it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, we borrowed it to dig the pond and to dig where the IBC totes are going. But we've got to level the IBC totes, and they're brittle, so I'm going to line them. So
what are you planning on putting in once you get her up?
I've still got the regular mountain minnows to put outside.
My tractor is sexy.
It is sexy.
Yep. And then I've also got the albino paradise fish that I want to put outside. And then I've got several things that can go outside and that can actually stay outside during the winter. The rainbow daughters are coming.
You ordered some?
Yeah.
Cool.
I did. I got 4 females and 2 males, I believe, coming. I thought they were supposed to be coming this week, but it may be next week.
Did you get them from that gift certificate that Stephen gave you?
Yes.
Cool. Oh, Eduardo sent you some Facebook Messenger pics.
Okay.
I hope it's not his organ.
Right? Maybe his orchids.
Well, we'll know if it is because all we have to do is watch her face, Dee Dee. We'll know if she got something she shouldn't have got. She'll be red as my truck, I'm sure.
Get that one in it. Let's see.
Yeah, bro.
There.
Brian, you should have Foxy take a picture of you on your tractor, make a short of it or something, so we can all see what tractor you're talking about.
My husband wants one, but we don't have enough property.
There's one.
Let me blow this up here. He said his orchids are kind of dormant right now because of the heat.
Okay. When do they bloom the most? When it cools off? That's the one I have. Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Wow. I didn't really know they would look like that. Like, huh. I did not know that. Ooh. They'll win all of them. Come back.
Getting all the scoop.
Right? Oh, fishies.
Oh.
Wait.
You know where they're from, don't you?
Yep.
That looks like some Richard Reynolds stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's
now
the
all
one.
those orchids in that basket, that's looks like bunches of them, can they be separated, Eduardo?
It's the mother plant. I bet they can.
Well, I saw we have a new stream on the fishfam.link this week.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm trying to click off the thing. It's not mine, I'm sharing. And what's his little name? Somebody I never heard of, but I went in and watched some of his videos, and he was separate. He was dividing a crypt that you buy in a little pot.
Uh-huh.
Of course, you know how you get a little teeny tiny piece sometimes when you try to pull it off, it tears. What he does is he says you just work it down and pull it down, and it came out just as pretty. The little teeny tiny roots stayed right with that plant.
Huh.
But he's Halfscape. That's the name of the stream, Halfscape.
Halfscape.
And
Well, Danny and I figured out as long as I stay away from anything growing, we're in good shape. So she takes care of all of it.
But me, I would have tried to pull it off this way, and you always break them.
Yeah.
You know, you just said the little ones, you just work it down and pull it straight down, and he said it'll come out.
Snoochie Boots says that their Godzilla boost is blooming.
Ooh.
Godzilla
I
boost.
don't have a boost that I know of.
Boost.
Kelly sent me some, but if I have it still, I don't know which one it is.
Well, the only boost addict that I know of that's really into them is Ian with Nature Aquariums.
Well, Stephen's got boost too.
I've got, I don't know if it's a boost or a, yeah, that's the one that they don't want to pull from the outside, right? They don't want to take them from the wild. Boosts.
Yeah, legal boost. Remember on it's legal.
Yeah. Steven's a boost addict too. Yeah, I've got some purple boost. It's purple looking.
And there's so many different types of boost. So yeah, it's Chance. But Yeah, I went in once I saw it and I added him to the video thing. I had to go back in and subscribe, and that way I'll be, notified when he comes on and all. But he's worth going in looking at his videos if you like plants.
Halfscape.
His name is Chance Kramer.
Yeah, Aquarium Adventures is good one there, man. I've been subscribed to him for a while.
He and Grant stream together, the Halfscape stream together.
All right, now I'm subscribed to him. Yeah, I was, of course, to Grant, but I wasn't subscribed to Chance Kramer.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him, so that was
He's got 865 subscribers. He's not far from the one.
Well, I was 864.
Well, I was 865. Miss Dee Dee, do you have the coffee cup stuff ready?
I think that I do. And let's just whip right in there.
We have what we call the coffee cup sponsorship, you guys. I've got Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics because today is his birthday. But he is also a coffee cup sponsor. I'm still waiting on your stuff, though.
All right, but here we go.
There we go.
Get ready. Here comes the rooster.
All right, there we go. Sarah, what
is
it?
Guitar picking full on that song, on that music.
Right.
Look, Eduardo's giving you all kinds of information on taking care of your orchids.
I put my orchid in a mixture of coconut peat. Well, yeah, coconut fiber, the stuff, and peat moss. I have organic mulch, but I thought it was supposed to stay light. I don't know. Just what I thought. Seems to like it, but I don't know what orchid bark is. Never heard of it. Where would you get orchid bark?
You can probably buy it right at Lowe's. In that little section where they have the like the indoor plants. Where you would actually buy an orchid in that area. Nano says that Chance is a plant expert. He grows himself some rare plants, and he actually has a plant named after him. So,
oh, cool!
Wow,
cool. And Matt's been busy with his ponds, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
I was impressed, Matt. I didn't know you could work that hard. Well,
wow.
In all fairness, every time he does something, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
But it didn't require a ladder, so I guess all is good.
I was going to say, I'm not going to cast a judgment on that. Somebody getting hurt every time they do something. I know that feeling.
Oh, that was the funniest thing. Oh my God, that was the funniest thing to me. And he shared it with us. Loved it. And then my husband did another one.
Didn't your husband do almost the same thing?
Yeah. I love you too, Matt. Hey, Barney. But it was funny. It can only happen to Matt. And
I
then
think he was definitely expressing himself there for you, Dee Dee.
Yeah. But I know when he hit that guy, I know it just about knocked the wind out of him because it's like I could feel that fall. But his story that time that he was, he came in some stream doing his chat thing. He'd been out to the chicken pen and came in with feathers in his mouth or pocket or something.
Oh my gosh.
Morning, Fish Dreams.
Fish Dreams, good morning. 2020.
He takes children out of the mother plants in late August and gets them going for propagation ASAP. Yeah, gravity does suck, Matt. I feel it every day. That's why what we should do is put some hangers from the ceiling and hang upside down when we stream. And that way we'll look 15, 20 years younger. all the wrinkles go back up.
Right.
All the things go back in the right place.
Thank you, Eduardo. Take them out and the babies out in the fall.
Yes, Matt. I did say that.
Now I'll forget where I wrote this down at.
Yes, I have seen your secret room. It got shared.
Oh my goodness.
Evelyn, it was good to see you this morning. Fish Dreams, you too. All right, Miss Dee Dee, we need the lineup.
Woohoo! Okay.
Oh wow, 4 minutes already?
Yeah.
I've been enjoying my naughty moment. Sorry.
That's okay.
Here we go, y'all. Y'all know me. Oops. Sorry. Happy birthdays to Stephen P., Dan of Dan's Fish, and John Oliver. And also happy belated birthdays to Chris Howell and Mike's of Mike's Aquatics and Things. Now for the Tuesday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned. We start off the morning with the Aquatic Morning Show on Mainsails, Fur, and Fins. That's Jess and the crew. 12:15 is Afternoon Chat Delight with Rigo Stan. Fishy Talk on Lefty 32138 at 5. Pegasus Arena, also at 5. And at 6 is Daniken Aquatics Members Only Stream. And it's the Focus On stream on Rico Stan's channel at 6:30. It's Tuesday with Miss Susan on SLC Aquatics, 7. At 7:30 is Bwizzle Aquatics and Hippie John the Fisherman. At 8:30 is the Steamy McStreamy birthday stream on Stephen P's channel with Stephen, Jenna P, Annette, Mr. Snow Guardians, and Bex of Bex Fish Room. At 9 is Bentley Pasco. At 9, it's also Catfish Terry. Yeehaw! And at 10, it's Have a Beverage with Dr. Black on Dr. Black 66. At 11:30, it's Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics with Brennan. And that concludes the Tuesday night lineup. Now for your Wednesday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. We start off with Father Fish at 9 a.m. There's Joe's Shrimp Shack at 11. Also at 11 is KG Tropicals Members Only Stream, John and Lisa. At 12:05 is the Aquatic Morning Show Members Only Stream on Main's Tails, Fur, and Fins. At 1 o'clock, it's Bird Garden with Rack. And at 2, it's Wednesday Weekly on Jimmy P's Aquariums. At 4, it's Kicked Off the Island with Skipper and the Professor. That's Skipper and Dr. Anthony on Skipper's channel. At 5, it's Brienne's Fish Fam. At 6, it's fishfam.link, weekly stream on Liquid Zoo's channel. And at 6, it's also Wednesday with Bob and Pam on Kayla's Aquatics. At 7, it's In the Hot Seat on Rob 93. And at 8, it's Keeping It Simple on Papa Shrimp. Who loves shrimp? I love shrimp. And at 9, it's Dan's Fish. Also at 9 is Primetime Aquatics with Jason and Joanna. And at 10, you have Halfscape on Chance Kramer's channel. And at 10:30 is Punchy Paint's pre-birthday stream. Punchy Paints and Bob. She's going to have some giveaways. And Liquid Zoo. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link and Lefty3213A. Thanks for your live stream calendar on your site as well.
Miss Dee Dee, thank you so much for doing those for us.
You're welcome. Yes, Pam's and Patrick Hardy's is the 23rd.
And tonight, Stephen McStreamy. Is Jay Oliver going to do anything? Don't know. We don't know.
I haven't heard.
You haven't heard? Jay Oliver, if you're listening, you should go next because Rico's not going to go. You should do you a birthday stream.
Well, they said focus on. I don't know if he's not doing his other stream. Did he say that they're not doing that one either?
Right. Nope, he won't be on today.
Well, he had to reschedule to focus on, but the other one he doesn't have to reschedule. So I would assume he's not going, but you never know. Oh, the Halfscape is at the Garden of Eden this week, and next week it's at Chance.
So that's Wednesday. That's for Wednesday stream tomorrow night.
So, yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Well, everybody, it has been 2 hours, which is the length of our show. We want to thank everybody that was in chat today, all of the lurkers and the replayers. Mr. Keeney, thank you for joining us today. And of course, Miss Shelby and Grant and Miss Dee Dee, as always. Thank you guys. And I do believe that there will be a members only stream tomorrow. So we will see you guys at that. Other than that, am I missing anything?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Just to give y'all something to look at before we go.
What is that?
It's my King Neptune.
Oh.
It's not something else.
All right, you guys. See you guys tomorrow at the members only stream. And then if you're not a member, we will see you back Thursday morning right here, same time and same place. But you can become a member and join us tomorrow.
Yes, we have fun.
On our therapy day. That's what we call it, therapy day. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Standing in the rain, in a heavy downpour, waiting for the pet shop to open the doors. Here the manager comes, watch him turn the key. He opens the doors as if just for me. I need one filter, they're in aisle 3. Look over there. Buy one, get one free. Keep the water warm. Didn't think that I needed, but I do for sure. That one better with a messed up fin. Grab that cup, put it in my hand. That Anubius and Java first. Bang it up, now watch it learn. Go home and get escaping. Just don't stop. Gotta keep on escaping and fill the water to the top. Being a box hero, I'm crying his eyes. I'm a glass box hero, I'm crying his eyes. Without one better box hero, I'm crying his eyes. I'll make it cry every time. In a store without a name, $1 per gallon sale. Give me all your 10 gallons. I got plants in the mail. Guppies breeding out the ass. All these cichlids too. And that one better, I owe it all to you. Now it just keeps skating. And never gonna stop. Gonna keep on skating. The plants right out the top and be glass box hero. I'm crying his eyes. I'm a glass box hero. I'm crying his eyes. Glass box hero. I'm crying. Without one better box, I'll make him cry tonight. Yeah, I know it just keeps skating. It never gonna stop.